Tonight in our Zoom meeting, we're going to be talking about from 7 to 8. It should take less than that. But we're going to be talking about our one handshape stories, which is very similar to our ABC stories because, again, we're not using those signs that we need to describe the classifiers that we're using. We're being so visual, and then we're keeping our handshape the same. So you just have to be more creative. That's why we're doing it second. It's a little bit more difficult. You can, and you're probably encouraged to use more actual signs that already have that handshape. Don't confuse just taking, okay, well, I'm using the claw handshape, so I'm going to say teacher. You can't do that. It would have to be the flat O handshape. But think if you're using the claw handshape, what are the signs that actually use this handshape already? Bear, monster, and then create classifiers on top of it. You're going to use at least 20 signs and classifiers together, which is not a lot. It sounds like a lot. And those signs can be repeated, but just as long as it represents something new. I'll explain. So you're keeping one handshape. That kind of leads us into poetry, which we're not going to be able to get into, but I did post that assignment. No, this is ASL 2. So we will talk about poetry next semester, but with rhyming and handshape staying the same. But so I'm going to start showing you. B is probably the most common, easiest classifier to use because we've talked about it a lot, and it does hold a lot of meanings with signs and stuff. But I'm going to encourage you not to use B. But here's a great example of a boy who does. He does break his handshape a few times, which is a no-no. But I'll talk it through. But it's about a zombie. So you probably don't need my help. So he picked his handshape. Oh, 5, not B. 5 and B. So a person walking and he arrived to a community, so arrived in community. And then other people, there was none, saw a house, looks in. So he's using signs and classifiers. And he broke it, family. But now with the new sign for family, it probably would have been okay. So there's no families, he's still walking. There's a school, open the door, so actual signs. Looks in, body classifier. There's no children. So he's using his non-manual markers to represent his feelings and meanings. Still walking. Heard something, doesn't know what it is, keeps walking. Scared, startled, a zombie. A dead person. So he's representing it great. Backs up. 5 more zombies coming this way. So in the future, 5 minutes. He's running. He's getting tired. Breathing heavy. Using that classifier to flock to. They're coming from every direction. What do I do? There's a building, so he uses the actual sign. Window, actual sign, wipes it off, classifier, looks in, classifier. Looks fine, sign, enter, sign. So you can, as long as you're keeping that handshake. Zombie grabs his shoulder, pushes it off, keeps running. Enters the hallway. There's an elevator. Oh no, there's doors. Oh no. Sorry. So you get the gist. This one's really long. If you want to keep watching it, I will post the links. But he does a great job. It's a made-up story, which is always easier, like I said before. Let's see. So he's praying that he's in the elevator and he can't get the door to shut. And he's praying that it shuts. Please, please, please shut. Zombie bites him on the shoulder. And he wakes up. And it was just a bad dream. Great story. Wow, uses that sign. Okay, so really good. This one is also a student. I will interpret this one, but it's so cute. I want you guys to be this creative. So she has headphones on, she's listening to music, she has a ball, she's bouncing the ball. Then she drops it, the ball rolls away, does that bounce thing. And there's a bear. It's mean, it's big, it's got a snout, it's fuzzy, it's mad. The ball rolls in front of him, picks it up, and looks at her. She takes her headphones off. It's a ball. You can bounce it. So the bear looks at it, and he roars. And all the other animals come running over to see what's going on and surround him. He bounces it. He's like, alright. Bounces it again. Oh, that's pretty fun. So her facial expressions are saying so much. So then he bounce passes it to someone else. They bounce it to someone else. And they're going around the circle, bouncing the ball. There's a moose. And the ball, he wants it. So it bounces it to him. Takes it. So signs for want, ball, things like that. But they're alligator. So he wants it, bounces it to him. All circled up. And she uses topic, comment, structure in this too. She described what the bear looked like, and then the ball came back into scene, which is cool. So then that was it. So super cute for that one. Then we have, this is a story that this is my friend Amber, she's a CODA. Her parents are both deaf, and so is her brother. She's the only hearing person in her family. And she signed this one for our class years ago, but it was super cute. So ASL Lit class, we're doing one handshape stories or poems. So I'm going to go ahead and use the one handshape. I was walking and I noticed my friend. I walked up to her and asked, "Are you single? You're sad? Oh, I understand." And so then they separate ways, and then she keeps walking, and she runs into another friend. She goes up to him. "Hey, what's going on? How are you?" You can read it in facial expressions. "You're single? You're sad? Oh, I understand." And then they separate ways. She's walking, and she thinks, this friend is single and sad. And this friend is single and sad. Thinking. Got an idea. Hey, come over here. Come on. Hey, you. Come over here real fast. Okay. Comes on over. Introduce them. They meet and start talking. They fall in love. And they walked together. Love. And then what happened? They started arguing, having these discussions, going back and forth. And they got mad and they stormed away from each other. And he comes back to her. She did this, no. He did this, no. I don't know. I don't know what to do. For what? So moral of the story, don't introduce your friends to each other. So that was cute. I think everything's cute. And then this one is Dak. He is a famous storyteller of ASL. This is a long video. But it's about a fish being caught in the ocean and then being stuck in a fish tank. It's kind of sad. We're not going to watch the whole thing. It's kind of repetitive as well. But those repeats, you know, like she used this a lot. Like those are all separate signs because they all hold different meaning. Okay, so here's the fish. Goes into the water. Some plants to go through. Sees it, something. Bites it. So the fisherman got it, they look how big it is, and they put it in the cooler. Now the boat's like moving. He's like, someone grabs him out, dumps him into some other water. And then he runs into the clear glass of the fish tank. And then he sees shapes of people looking at him. Scared and doesn't know what to do, so he could just spin around in the thing because it's not very big. And then it's nighttime, so they shut out the lights. And then it's daytime again. Pick up the lid. Drop in some food. It's certain things. It's not the same. Now he knows where the glass is, but he doesn't run into it. Sees people looking at him. So it repeats for a while. So let's pause this. So these are examples of what I want you to do. We're going to tonight, if you bring up those documents that I sent you before about classifiers, it has all the different handshapes. We've already talked about so many different meanings of handshapes for the letters A through Z. But there are 45 different handshapes in ASL. So we're going to take some of the more the ones that you're not used to using as much, and we're going to talk about meanings for those, just so that we gain knowledge about all of these different handshapes. Just like we did last time, different groups, like, hey, you guys do this handshape, you guys do this handshape, come up with all these meanings, and then you're going to pick your handshape and then create a story using at least 20 different meanings of signs and classifiers, one handshape, submit that story on Flipgrid, and then do your feedback, and then once we do that, we only have one more class. So yeah, I'll see you guys tonight on Zoom. It is really important that you're there. It's your class grade for the week. And it's going to help you write your story. And if you have questions about your story, if you want to watch this early and then think about your story before we even get there, I can help you with it. So be on top of it. Watch this first. And you have a quiz.